Better love.
Better love.
Better love.
Katerine Duska brought that better love to the Eurovision Song Contest 2019, and during her first rehearsal, girl was standing in front of an egg. Should we talk about it?
Let's do this!
You know what? We all come from eggs. Find out where your eggs came from with MyHeritage DNA. In any case, we have got to talk about Katerine Duska from Greece. The Greek goddess has landed, and she has brought a ginormous egg. She sings in front of it wearing what might be described as a beautiful bejeweled lace dress, Edwardian almost. Just stunning. And she's got backing vocalists and dancers, 2 ballerinas. She's got some ladies wearing kind of, how would you describe it?
Fencing outfits.
Yeah, the fencing outfits, and this yellow flowing dress at one point. She's standing on a gorgeous lotus flower.
The yellow dress women.
Yes, a lot going on, and it's so colorful and bright. Very pastel, very Easter egg themed, but I mean that in a positive way. You're wearing a beautiful shirt, working some pastel colors yourself. She just brought it visually. Standing on a lotus flower. Lotus flowers, of course, are born of the dirt, but then they kind of emerge, they blossom, and they are beautiful, honey. She's telling a message here. There is a real story about kind of seeking the better love in your life, not listening to other people, but doing your thing. You may have to fence, you may have to wear a yellow dress, and sometimes you will fall, but you too can blossom. I think it's a beautiful message. Vocally, she was on point. Final point for me, she proved she can dance. At times, she does these funky, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's a bit kookier, like the dancers go, better love, but they deliberately sound kooky, like in Netta's song. This has a lot of quirky, fun sounds, and it really grew for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's so spooky because I was writing the review for it and I was like, the spirit of Aphrodite is with us. Yes. And then we found out on the live stream it's actually based on a Greek portrait of Aphrodite. Oh. So, I mean, the spirit of Aphrodite is very literally, or well, at least Greek media is reporting that. And you see it on stage. I mean, it's like, it's all pink, it's beautiful. She looks fantastic. I think, you know, some people would say the stage is a bit busy because there's this giant egg. On its reverse, it has a wall kind of like fertilized in flowers that turns round at a point. There's the swimming dresses, there's the fences. However, she sounds fantastic. I think there's still some work to be done on the camera angles because there were bits that, like, there was one particular shot where she kind of turns her back and ignores the camera for like 20 seconds or so, and it's just focused on the backing dancers, and like that was a bit strange. That aside, that is what first rehearsals are for. You can fix it, you can iron out the creaks. The main one here is she sounded phenomenal, like hit all the right notes. I don't know what I had in my head for the staging, but this like is a fabulous kind of interpretation and riff on the song. And I also like the fact, the kind of visual imagery of it's kind of like a barren wall at first, then by the end it blooms with love that she delivers herself. And yeah, Aphrodite realness, this was great.
In some ways a continuation of the music video.
Yes.
Yes, building on the pastels as we see behind us.
So the music video for me was incredibly interesting. I felt like I was looking at creepy mannequins. I felt like I had maybe walked into Gilead and The Handmaid's Tale. I did like the diversity of the women, but I really didn't know what I thought of this song when I initially listened to it. However, today, as I will share later, actually it might not be my grower. Anyway, this song to me was absolutely amazing. Let's start with Katerine's vocals. She has such a range. Her range is just absolutely positively amazing. And if anyone is familiar with those beautiful ceramic collectible eggs.
I know someone who is.
Well, actually I don't collect them, but that is rather what this giant egg looks like. And it's got the beautiful etching and carving in a delicate white and pink. And to William's point, well, we all do come from eggs.
That's right.
It's almost a Fabergé egg.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you, Angus. And on the other side of the egg, there were blooming flowers. But it was just absolutely beautiful when it opens up. And then, all of a sudden, through these beautiful yellow dresses emerges this pink lotus flower.
Oh, yeah.
And in that moment, Katerine became a deity. She was a goddess. I mean, she is a goddess, but in that moment, she was a deity on stage. And then you see an aerial view of the lotus flower over water, and she's rather in between the dancers, and she is the lotus flower. Not sure if everyone knows the meaning behind the lotus flower, but the lotus flower Flower itself is about birth. We come into this world, we're dirty, we're yucky, we go through life struggles, and then we emerge. You know, the goal is ascension, becoming a higher being.
Manifesting.
And manifesting, absolutely. The lotus flower is very popular in both the Hindu and Buddhist religions, and while William does not concur with this statement, growing up in an American Vietnamese household, the typical or the traditional Vietnamese garb for a woman is called an ao dai, and it's sort of a long sleeve dress that comes up to here. It's fitted, it breaks at the hips and goes down. And while this was not exactly what Katerine was wearing, it did remind me in some way of the traditional Vietnamese garb, the ao dai, tying back to the Asian culture and those religions. Oh, and the back of it, I haven't looked for another photo yet, but the back of that dress was amazing and I can't wait to see it. So long story short, I loved this staging. I loved this presentation, and I can't wait to see it all again and see what amazing tweaks these ladies make.
I think the ao dai reference is that they often have strong shoulders, and she had a very strong upper frame.
That is not my reference.
An ao dai has trousers underneath the flowing dress. I didn't see no trousers.
It's similar to an ao dai in the way it breaks.
Okay, this ain't no Vietnamese history lesson. This is all about Greece, so we're gonna go back to Athens. Okay, hello, land of Helena Paparizou. She brought it vocally. There were questions during the Eurovision pre-party season among some fans because she was ill at the first concert, she had technical difficulties, etc. Everything seemed to come together now. So she's gotten all that dirt out of her system to go back to the lotus flower, and now she is blossoming and reaching her full potential, and she hasn't peaked yet. You mark my words, the girl's gonna be on point when the semifinal comes around. Yeah. She is building to this moment, and it's absolutely stunning. It needs to be tidied a bit. For instance, I don't like how when they're laying down, it's all very off-center. You see the flower, and they're like kind of randomly lying there.
Yeah.
I feel like they need to figure out some kind of like structure or hitting their mark.
The lotus flower isn't really a symmetrical flower.
Yeah, but the people around said flower can be. I don't know. Maybe it is deliberate. We'll see. They obviously will be working on camera angles, etc. This will only get better as a point. They're starting in a good place, and we haven't been able to say that about Greece in recent years.
Yeah.
So this is a huge step forward.
I mean, the main point here is, look, she's feeling fierce, she's feeling mighty because she's an Aphrodite.
Yes.
And I think Greece is going to do fabulous stuff.
Aphrodite, Venus, Hephaestus, Hermes, whatever you call your god, we say Katerine Duska. In any case, that's what we think. What do you think? Are you loving Greece's first rehearsal at Eurovision 2019? Do you think she could win this semi? And what advice do you have for staging? Let us know here on wiwibloggs.
And you can follow us on all of the social media outlets. Plus, you can watch us on the live stream every day here for every single event.
And make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, give the video a like, look in the comments and let us know what you think about Katerine Duska, hit the notification bell, and follow us at wiwibloggs on all social media channels and our personal social channels as well.
Find out if you have Greek in your history by visiting MyHeritage, taking a DNA test. We'll see you later. Bye!